What would you do if the throne of entire kingdom was offered to you but it belongs to your elder brother? Would you accept the crown or walk away from it for the sake of dharma? In today's episode, we witness one of the most powerful moments in the Ramayana, Bharata's devotion, Rama's sacrifice, and a promise that will define history. In the previous episode, Queen Kaikeyi demanded two boons for King Dasharatha. Because of that promise, Rama was forced into exile for 14 years and Bharata was declared the future king of Ayodhya. And far away, Bharata still has no idea what had happened. And now, Rama, Sita and Lakshmana continued their journey through the forest. Soon, they reached a hermitage of sage Bharadwaja, located at the sacred meeting point of Ganga and Yamuna river. The sage welcomed them warmly and offered them shelter. He even asked them to stay in his hermitage until the end of their exile, but Rama gently refused. He explained that the hermitage was too close to the village and people might come searching for him. So sage Bharadwaja suggested a peaceful place deep in the forest, Chitrakoot mountain. After spending the night in the hermitage, the next morning Rama, Sita and Lakshmana left for Chitrakuta. After crossing the river Yamuna, they finally reached the beautiful forest of Chitrakoot. Following Rama's instructions, Lakshmana built a small hut made of leaves and branches. After performing sacred purification ritual, the three of them entered their new forest home. Far away from the palace, far away from Ayodhya, a new life began. Meanwhile, the royal charioteer Sumantra returned to Ayodhya. He delivered Rama's farewell message to Queen Kausalya and the royal family. Lakshmana's angry words towards Kaikeyi were also conveyed. Hearing all this, King Dasharatha collapsed in grief. In deep sorrow, he remembered a terrible sin from his youth. When Dasharatha was young, hunting was his favorite activity. One evening, near the Sarayu river, he heard the sound of water being filled into a pot. Mistaking the sound for an animal drinking water, Dasharatha shot an arrow, but the arrow struck a young boy, the son of a sage. Realizing his mistake, Dasharatha rushed to the boy and then went to the sage's parents to confess his crime. The grieving sage cursed Dasharatha. "Just as I die grieving for my son, you too shall die grieving for yours." Years later, that curse has come true. With Rama far away in the forest, King Dasharatha passed away, crying Rama's name. At that time, Bharata and Shatrughna were staying in their maternal uncle's kingdom, Kaikeya. Sage Vasishtha secretly sent messengers to bring Bharata back to Ayodhya. Without revealing the truth, they told him that urgent matter awaited him. But even before reaching Ayodhya, Bharata has a terrible dream. His heart felt heavy with fear. After 7 days of travel, Bharata finally reached Ayodhya. But something was terribly wrong. The once joyful city was silent. Confused and worried, Bharata rushed to the royal palace, but he could not find his father there. So he went to Queen Kaikeyi's chamber. Kaikeyi happily welcomed Bharata. And when Bharata asked about his father, Kaikeyi calmly revealed the shocking truth. King Dasharatha has died and Rama has been sent into exile. Bharata was devastated. He fell to the ground in grief and wept bitterly for his father. When Bharata learned that Kaikeyi herself has demanded Rama's exile, his grief turned into anger. He said, "You have destroyed our family. You caused the death of my father. And you send the most righteous man into the forest." But Bharata refuses the throne. Instead, he made a powerful promise. "I will bring Rama back and place him on the throne of Ayodhya." Soon, Bharata left for the forest with a huge army, ministers, sages, and the queens. On the way, he met Guha, the king of Nishadas, who helped them cross the sacred river Ganga. Later, they reached a hermitage of sage Bharadwaja, who welcomed them with great hospitality. The next morning, Bharata continued his journey towards Chitrakuta. As Bharata's large army approached Chitrakuta, a cloud of dust rose in the air. Seeing this, Lakshmana became suspicious. He thought Bharata had come to attack Rama and take control of the kingdom. Angry Lakshmana prepared for battle, but Rama calmly stopped him. He said, "Lakshmana, do not misunderstand Bharata. He loves us deeply. He would never harm us." Soon Bharata reached Rama's hut. The moment he saw Rama, Bharata ran forward and fell at his brother's feet. Tears flowed uncontrollably. Rama lifted him up and embraced him lovingly. Then Rama asked the questions that broke everyone's heart. How is our father? With tears in his eyes, Bharata revealed the truth. King Dasharatha was no more. Hearing this, Rama fainted in grief. After performing the sacred rituals for their father, the brothers sat together. Bharata begged Rama to return to Ayodhya and rule the kingdom, but Rama refused. He said, "Our father gave us different duties. Your duty is to rule the kingdom. My duty is to complete the 14 years of exile." After a long emotional discussion, Bharata finally understood. But he made one final request. Bharata placed Rama's sandals, padukas, on his head. He said, "These sandals will rule Ayodhya. I will govern the kingdom only as your servant." Bharata also made a vow. If Rama did not return exactly after 14 years, he would give up his life. Bharata returned to Ayodhya with Rama's sandals, but he did not sit on the throne. Instead, he placed the sandals on the royal throne and ruled the kingdom as Rama's representative. Then he moved to a nearby village called Nandigram, where he lived a simple life waiting for Rama's return. Two brothers, two different paths, but one unbreakable bond of dharma, love and sacrifice. But peace in the forest will not last forever. In the next episode, a mysterious demoness named Surpanaka entered the story, and far away the shadows of Lanka begins to rise. If you enjoy this divine journey, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Jai Shri Ram.